You are now tuned in to the real news behind the news, bringing truth to light and exposing the deception behind the mainstream media while matching headlines with the prophecy of the scriptures.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? This your boy Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Hey, good morning everybody, how y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, today is a somewhat cold Monday, June 5th, 2023, and here in Columbus. Of course, I'm going to be real brief, but I want to let y'all know. Y'all know what I do here is I try to keep you all informed on what's going on. Get you all's little butts back inside, little girl. Back inside. Stop it, little girl. These kittens is something else. But anyway, I bring y'all the news from a local, state, national, and international level, just to keep y'all informed as to what's going on, because again, you have to remember everything that you're seeing and hearing on your television is nothing more than propaganda. Most of your news stations, pretty much all of your news stations, local and national, are controlled by either the military industrial complex, the pharmaceutical industrial complex, the medical industrial complex, or other corporations. Your country is literally controlled by corporations. Now, I got to ask a question. If y'all look at the title, what would the United States do if China or Russia had warships in the Gulf of Mexico, allegedly calling themselves practicing military drills? We would bomb the crap out of them, first and foremost. I mean, what's happening, y'all? The United States is basically in the decline. What you're witnessing in the United States is like what happened in Rome, ancient Greece, any other major civilization throughout history always had a rise and a fall. Over the last 400 years, you saw the rise of the American Empire. Well, that's crashing, y'all. Don't be fooled when I tell you all that they're fixing to basically create wars to cover up the horrific crash that's coming here in America, just like they did in World War II. That's what they're doing in China. Now, in the United States, especially if you look at Fox or any mainstream media source, they're trying to say that the Chinese are provoking the American, are provoking Taiwan and America in the South China Strait, the Taiwan Strait, the Straits of Taiwan. So what's happening, though, you got to ask yourself, why the hell is America way the fuck over there in the South China Sea? Notice what is that? The South China Sea. The United States has warships over off the coast of China, talking about they're trying to protect Taiwan. First of all, ain't you got people here in America that's homeless, that need to be housed? You got people that's hungry, that need to be fed. You got people that's sick, that need health care. All this money y'all spending, this government is spending on military drills over in the South China Sea, which is nothing more to flex the United States is flexing its muscles, trying to intimidate China, and China is like, fuck that. Over the weekend, you had an American warship that was cut off. The way they trying to portray it in the mainstream media is that America was just doing her duty way the fuck over in somebody else's territory, doing their duty, and they have a right to do their duty. And these dang Chinese have sent a warship that almost hit one of our warships. Again, what the fuck are we doing in the South China Sea? Outside antagonizing China. What is happening, y'all? You got to understand semiconductor chips and all that. That's the main reason why we're going to war with China. We are at war through a proxy, Ukraine, with Russia. Do you realize your government is trying to fight two of the largest world powers who are nuclear armed at the same time to cover up the fact that your economy here is crashing? A lot of people don't understand when I say the crashing economy is, you got to realize, the rest of the world has pretty much moved to de-dollarize, to drop the dollar. meaning that the country, what happened was basically what would happen is countries had to keep a certain amount of dollars in their treasury to buy foreign products. That sounds crazy that the people in India, the people in China, the people in Russia, the people in Stalingrad is in Russia, but the countries all around the world, they had to keep a certain amount of dollars because the dollar is the world's reserve currency. Wherever your oil is made, no matter what country that oil comes from, it has to be sold for the American dollar. One of the main reasons why they killed Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi, because they were dropping the dollar. They had too many natural resources that they were going to start selling for their own country's currency. And the United States went over there and stopped that by killing Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi. Well, guess what? They can't kill everybody else in the world, all these other countries now, because 87 of your major countries on this planet have dropped the dollar. The dollar is crashing. This is one reason why they want to go to a digital currency, so they can control what we do here, because the rest of the world is no longer going to use the dollar. So what they're trying to do is intimidate places like China and Russia, but it's not working. They started a whole war using Ukraine to fight Russia, and Russia is tearing their asses out the frame. If Ukraine is winning, why we finna send them another 300 million? We've already sent to Ukraine over $150 billion that's much needed here in America to lose a war, and now we're antagonizing China. We are headed for, I don't want to be a doom and gloom prophet, but I must speak what God is showing me and what common sense is showing everybody else on the planet except us here in America. I hate to say this, and I hope don't nobody take offense, but Americans, we are some of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. We love to think we are smart and intelligent, but just look at the facts. I mean, America don't even rank in the top 50 for its education system, you know, on this planet. We don't rank in the top 50 for its healthcare. Well, we rank up in the top 30 or below in healthcare. We got all these problems here at home, but yet we're sending money to start wars overseas. And again, what is happening? Your dollar is crashing. The economy is about to crash. We're about to head for not just a recession, because most economists who really telling you the truth are telling you we're already in a recession. We're headed for a Great Depression. And in order to take the heat off these corrupt-ass politicians in D.C., they would rather start a war, because they know that most of us would want to tar and feather them for all the corruption. Pay attention to what's going to happen to Joe Biden, y'all. It's coming out. Yeah, Joe Biden is a crook. We already knew that, but the facts are coming out. Why are they putting all the emphasis on Trump when Joe Biden is being accused of taking $5 million in a bribery scheme? That information is coming out. But again, back to the question I asked. What would the United States do if China put warships in the Gulf of Mexico? We'd be at war with China. So what do you think the Chinese are going to do now that we're putting American warships in the South China Sea? China is telling their people, prepare for war. Here in America, we're looking for the next TikTok video, viral video. Russia is beating the shit out of Ukraine after we done sent to Ukraine all this money, and we here in America are looking at the latest twerking videos on YouTube. We're not that smart in America, y'all, because we don't understand propaganda and we don't understand geopolitics. The rest of these countries understand. Lady, I don't fucking know you. I don't know you, ma'am. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'll try to, I got a new format coming. And first and foremost, I want to thank whoever and anybody else that subscribed to our YouTube channel. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Might not sound like a lot, but at one point we had over 10,000, and YouTube banned my channel. So I had to go all the way back from scratch, but we're up to 1,800 now. So if y'all really want to hear me go in depth on these situations, y'all can go to the Real News Behind the News on YouTube, where I explain these things in greater detail. But I've been going a little too long right now as it is. But we're about to go to war with China, y'all. How many times y'all people say, oh, that's conspiracy theory, Rob? And every time God showed me something to tell the people, it came to pass. See, your true prophets weren't in the church yesterday telling you if you give God 10% of your money, He gonna bless you 1,000-fold. Your true prophets are gonna be the ones who will be persecuted for speaking the truth, speaking the shit that y'all don't want to hear. Nobody wants to hear the fact that we are about to go to war with we are at war with one nuclear power. And we're about to go to war with another nuclear power, China. Do y'all realize if we go to this war, if we keep on this course, we're going to have to fight China, India, Iran, pretty much all the countries in Africa, all the countries in the Middle East are going to come again. You talking about 1/8 of the world's population, the Western world, fighting the rest of the world. Do y'all realize what's going on? Turn that television off and start looking at overseas news sources, looking at news sources outside of Fox, MSNBC, CNN, because they are controlled by the people who are sending you to war, sending your children to war. Crazy thing I ever saw. Y'all give me a minute, man. Let me go ahead and get these kittens these kittens fed. But pay attention, y'all. Look at what happened this weekend over in the South China Sea, where the United States had the audacity to tell China we can use this sea anytime we want to, and ain't nothing you can do about it. That's literally the hubris and the disdain that the Americans have for the rest of the world, thinking that we can go anywhere and do anything we want. But China said, fuck that. China is telling their people, prepare for war. It's going to get crazy. The United States are telling our people we need to be worried about Gay Pride Month. Shit like that. Y'all be blessed.